finally here. Just checked into my hotel. The Japanese are known for efficiency, and the hotel room is no exception. Check this out. As expected in Japan, shoes come off, slippers go on. Keeps the outside nastiness outside. I stayed at the Ginza Grand Hotel in Ginza, an upscale shopping district of Tokyo. As you can see, it is a pretty small hotel room, but it is efficiently laid out and does have all the necessities. They even provide you a complimentary set of pajamas. I can't say I've ever seen that in any hotel I've been to outside of Japan. The bathroom was probably about the same size as the main room. I have to say I'm not a fan of the yellow color. It makes it look like someone urinated all over the place. But that is not the case. It is clean and has everything I need, including a Japanese bidet toilet, which I've been looking forward to trying out for the first time. Given that this hotel is located conveniently in the heart of Ginza, only steps away from shopping, bars, restaurants, Shimbashi Station, $80 a night is pretty reasonable. My first meal in Tokyo was steamed daikon radish at a restaurant called Odin Areno Dashi, just around the corner from my hotel. I kind of picked it at random, and it turned out to be really good. They also recommended some sukiyaki, which is beef and vegetables boiled in some broth. They recommend you dip the beef in raw egg. But I have to say, it was absolutely delicious. A little later that night, after wandering around the neighborhood, I decided to stop into a 7-Eleven for a snack. I remember hearing about the automated smoothie makers, so I decided to try one out. I purchased a smoothie. This one happens to be, I think, mango something or other, and then brought it to the machine. Now, half paying attention to the instructions and more concerned about getting the whole thing on video, I went ahead and put the smoothie into the machine without first peeling off the cover. I guess I was just overconfident in Japanese robotics, thinking it would peel it for me. My first thought was, that's interesting. Why is it spraying water on top of the smoothie? Almost like it's washing it. And then I noticed that the blender was making some odd noises, as did the employee, who soon realized what an idiot I was. About 5 minutes later, after running through diagnostics and having the machine unjam itself, he went ahead and got me another one and did it for me, which was probably smart on his part.
Thank you.
So, don't be that guy. Read the instructions. Water into the cup. That's a good start. And then slowly but surely, the blender made its way down through the fruit and blended it up nicely. And just like that, after the cost of 2 smoothies, I got 1 smoothie, nicely blended. First purchase from a 7-Eleven, onigiri, and it's got tuna and mayo inside. Basically, it's seaweed wrapped around rice with something in the center, in this case tuna mayo. Let's check it out. Okay, that was a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be to open, but it's open. Let's get to it. It's like a giant sushi roll. It's pretty good. Alright, I'm here at Tsukiji Fish Market. They moved the main market where you can see all the action to some building, and you can only really see it from afar, from some skywalk. But now it's just the outer market, and that's where we're at, so I'm gonna go check it out. It was only about 6 in the morning, and shops were just starting to open, but this one restaurant had a line of locals around the corner, patiently waiting. I figured whatever they served must be good. Turns out they serve something called hormone don, which is essentially stewed organ meat over rice, and it was delicious. I came across another place that had some fresh seafood out, so I grabbed some of the salmon. It was like butter. So good, so fresh. Another shop was selling fresh fruit, and in Japan, fruit can be a bit expensive, as it's often given as a gift, and these prices would reflect that. And then I came across a restaurant serving Japanese A5 Wagyu beef. There's no way I was skipping this.
Which means welcome to our shop.
This beef had so much natural flavor, the fat just melted in your mouth. Highly recommended if you ever get the chance. So as you can see, Tsukiji Fish Market doesn't just sell seafood, so if you're not a fan of fish, you should be able to find something delicious to satisfy your hunger. I would suggest arriving early, like say 6 a.m., to avoid the crowds. Tokyo Station. Proof that even in one of the most populated cities in the world, people can still maintain order. Alright, we got Tokyo Station right behind me there. Massive building. Let me just say, it's amazing there, and it took me about 10 minutes trying to figure out where the exits were. So be prepared if you ever try to navigate that for the first time. I decided to take a tour of the Imperial Palace here in Tokyo. It was really interesting seeing the beautiful palace grounds and traditional architecture set against the more modern Japanese office buildings in the background. This is Fujimi Yagura, one of the watchtowers on the palace grounds. Here we have the reception hall of the Imperial Palace, where heads of state tend to meet. Lucky for us, we got to unexpectedly witness the ceremonious arrival of the Mongolian president and his officials to meet with the Emperor of Japan, Naruhito. Here you can see the Mongolian president and his officials being escorted through the reception hall. I stopped by Kogo Sampaka, a chocolate shop not too far from Tokyo Station or the Imperial Palace. The chocolate ice cream was fantastic. I took a trip up to Asakusa, a district of Tokyo, to see Sensoji, a Buddhist temple. First you pass through the outer gate known as Kaminariman, also known as Thunder Gate. After that, you make your way up a long shopping street known as Nakamise, which leads you to the inner gate here, known as Hazamon. And once you pass through this gate, you'll see the Buddhist temple's main hall straight ahead. Believe it or not, Sensoji is one of the most visited religious sites in the world. Unfortunately, during World War II, this main hall, as well as that 5-story pagoda off in the distance, were destroyed during bombing raids and had to be reconstructed after the war. Here at Ginkado, they have an assortment of mochi with strawberries on top. I went with the strawberry-topped custard mochi, as well as grapes and strawberries on a stick. Custard mochi with a strawberry. That is amazing. The strawberry is pretty routine. I mean, it's good, but the custard mochi. Alright, let's see what the shellac set of strawberries taste like. Look at that crack. Like shards of sugar.
Che guarda, guarda quanto sta andando. 600 km/h. No, 600 metri all'ora.
Next up is the Tokyo Skytree Temple Deck, floor 350. 東京スカイツリー展望デッキ、フロア350に到着いたします。ドアが開きます。指などを挟まらないようにご注意ください。足元の段差にご注意ください。足元の段差にご注意ください。足元の段差にご注意ください。
Behold, Tokyo at sunset, viewed from Tokyo Skytree. You can see Tokyo Tower off in the distance as well as Mount Fuji along the horizon there. Tokyo, one of the most populated cities in the world, seemingly endless in every direction. I headed back down to Ginza to attend an omakase sushi dinner at the world-renowned sushi restaurant, Kyubei, currently owned by chef Yosuke Amada, which had been passed down to him by his father, Hisaji Amada.
It's already seasoned. You don't need a Swiss sauce.
What was this?
Bonito. This one also bonito. It's Hariban. CD.
This was by far one of the best omakase sushi dinners I've ever had, and I only ended up paying about $70 for it, which is far cheaper than what I would have paid for it back in the States, even accounting for the currency conversion. I have to admit, prior to this trip, I hadn't heard of this restaurant nor its owner. I didn't realize how famous it was until chef Yosuke Amada brought out a news article showing some presidents and celebrities dining at his restaurant. Yet somehow I was able to secure a reservation the night before for my hotel. How lucky am I?